OBN, OBN,
Original black nerd.
OBN,
Original black nerd.
OBN,
Original black nerd. Everything discussed about dramas is that thorough.
OBN,
Original black nerd.
OBN.
Original black.
Hello and welcome to the Original Black Nerd Show, where we're going to get into that part 4 of the next Batman with my man Jace, don't call me Tim Fox. So let's break down what we already know. Number 1, Gotham is under control of a paramilitary private police organization called the Magistrate. They have a shoot-on-sight order for anybody wearing a mask. 2, we know after the Joker War, Lucius Fox has control of the Wayne fortune, and he has the lingering effects from his time with Punchline. Wayne Enterprise provides all the technology for the Magistrate. 3, we know that Tanya Fox, Lucius' wife, hates mass vigilantes because of something, we don't know what, that happened to their daughter, and whatever it was left her in a coma. Tamara is a lawyer working for the mayor to make sure that the magistrate's shoot-on-sight orders can stand a legal challenge from the ACLU. 4, we got Luke Fox is still as hurt as the speculators that DC didn't pick him to be the next Batman. but no, Luke has animosity toward Jace, but he respects any kind of crime fighter, even though he doesn't know Jace is the next Batman. So next we have 5, we have the youngest daughter, Tiffany, who's been laying back observing like the youngest do. She steps to her mother and is questioning her mother about the hypocrisy of her parents' support of the magistrate's tactics and how they're contrary to everything they've been told to do. But of course her mother says, hey, it's different. So then she goes straight to Luke and straight out ask him, is he Batman? Because he had hidden him being Batwing from the family before. So finally, she starts thinking about, her thoughts about Batman and the next Batman that's out, the new Batman, and she's a little conflicted with her thoughts on that. Now 6, we got Renee Montoya, who's now the commissioner, as I guess Jim Gordon is tracking down Joker in the new series. Batman's new detective is a woman by the name of Adriana Chubb. And she's reluctantly helping Batman against Montoya and against the mayor's wishes. Okay, 7. Now we know we have our protagonist, Stans. He's the head of the peacekeeper forces, the magistrate forces, and he's just charged with trying to get Batman. And we have our last pieces, Eric and Sarah, who are mass vigilantes who tried to kill the man who they believe killed their daughter, and they got apprehended by Batman, and Batman is trying to get them to GCPD and get them arrested so they won't get killed by the magistrate. Okay, so that's where we've been at, and it brings us into where we are, picking up from last issue, where Batman was getting choked out, but he escapes using his suits as weapons. Afterward, Eric realizes he is not really a wolf. The pair decides to take Batman's offer to take their chances in court rather than deal with the peacemakers. Now they impart on Marvel's version, DC's version of 16 blocks, but they have to travel 32 blocks or 3 miles. All right, so Batman gives a couple of his weapons, and then he proceeds to drive the 32 blocks, running into cars, bullets flying, car crashes, and during the chase, when they get about halfway, about 16 blocks away, it looks like they're gonna get caught, and the husband then sacrifices himself, holding on to one of the weapons that was given by him by Jace, and jumps out and blows up the 2 trailing vehicles that was trying to get them, and unfortunately in blowing up the vehicles he also blew himself up. So of course they get to this explosion takes Batman's eyes off the road, and when he looks back, he sees a pedestrian crossing the road, and all of a sudden he swerves to get away from hitting the pedestrian, and we see in a flashback it's from the car crash from issue 1 with Batman in this issue saying not again, and he swerves to avoid the pedestrian. So the accident that happens involves his mother. Now, when the cars all get out, she jumps out the car, and as soon as she sees it's Batman, Mama Fox goes straight gangster. She comes out of a shoulder holster with a gun and ready to fire. Now, what's a son to do? Let your mother shoot you, possibly hitting you, hitting your prisoner, hitting a few of the innocent bystanders. What would Bruce do? Well, yes, Batman took his mother out with a batarang to the shoulder. Damn, gotta do what you gotta do. Just then, at that point, we see Stans come back, armed only with a knife. Man, you brought a knife to a bat fight. Well, that one is about as good as expected. Batman stabs him with his own knife, then commences to open a can of "You made me hurt my mama" whip ass, and he's only stopped by his prisoner saying, "Don't kill him, man." And then, Sarah, for stopping him from killing this man, is rewarded by getting turned into the police and Detective Chubb. Jace is you commit a crime, you got to do your time, and very Beretta. So, he's talking to Detective Chubb. Detective Chubb asks him, is your suit bulletproof? He says mostly, because we know in the first issue he got shot in the side. He says, but it still hurts. And she shoots him straight in the chest, John Wick style, hits him up, like Winston. And she states, now, if this happened, when Montoya asked me my question, I did the job, saying I shot him on sight. Then she tells Batman to be careful calling in the future, indicating that they will be working together. I guess this is his new Jim Gordon. Okay, so then we get down to the end of the book, and we see that Jace finally makes it to the hospital to see his mother. As soon as he get there, Luke, I still got my feelings, jumps into Jace's case asking, is it drugs or is it liquor that kept him away? And this little tidbit here lends a little credibility to my thought. My initial reaction when I saw the car accident in the first issue, that he swerved away from somebody, and that's how he ended up in jail. But that was just my thought. And that's how that's why he's been gone for so long. But we'll see. And then Tiffany steps to Luke, says, hey, look, maybe all the Foxes need to get their stuff together. So Jace goes in the room with his mother. He talks to his mother. And as soon as he walks in, he's faced with, it was Batman. He tried to kill me, And Jace tries to say Batman could just be trying. His mother cut him off and says, she tells him the same thing she had told his sister earlier in the last issue, that Batman is dangerous and he needs to be stopped by any means necessary. So Jace finishes and says, well, let's just worry about the family. And that's how it ended for the fourth part of Batman. Wow. Okay, well, now we got the Second Son coming out digitally in about a day or so, and then it's going to come out in print in a little bit, and that's going to give us the backstory on Jace, and then he battles Redneck in Future State in the book Future State Gotham in May, so we're going to see him around. And he also will show up in Batman Black and White #3. So I'm here. I enjoyed it. I hope you had a great time. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for your time and peace.